Let's fire the old girl up real quick. Oh yeah. What's up guys, it's Anthony here with another episode of McGee's Garage. Out here having lunch real quick. LaCroix and an orange. Because we're on a ramen diet currently. A little bit of a treat actually. Because I have a new project. This is a 1993 Ford Ranger. It is a single cab, short bed with a 5-speed in there. It's also the 3.0 V6. Took these seats out, they're biohazard. Put in the old seats out of the Roxor. They actually fit pretty dang good in there. I was surprised. So anyway, I'm gonna pull this thing up on the concrete pad and see what we can get into. All right, let's fire the old girl up real quick. Oh yeah. See, now that is a Ford Ranger. We're gonna stick it down here in reverse real quick. Beautiful. I got these lift shackles here and axle flip brackets. These brackets, I actually bought them for a dent side, but we ended up not doing it. I'm gonna go ahead and use those. And the reason I got these lift brackets, this is an I-beam Ranger, and I don't want to mess around with offset bushings or DJM Dream Beams or anything right now. So I'm just gonna go ahead and leave the front where it's at. I'm gonna level the rear end to where the front is. The axle flip in the rear is supposed to be 5.5 inches, but if I use the lift shackles, that gives me an inch or two of lift, so I can go ahead and level it where I want and make it exactly even with the front, because I'm not here to do squatted trucks. I don't make those types of videos. So I went ahead, put her on the big jack stands here. I pulled the shocks off. I got new ones coming, so I'm probably not even going to put them on because new ones are going to be here really soon. Starting to get the U-bolts off. I sprayed these with WD-40 a couple days ago because I knew I was going to do this. So due to these axle flip brackets being for a dent side, when I put them up here, they go in. Well, there they are. See, they go in, but they're like ½ inch off or whatever. So I'm probably just gonna trim these because I'm pretty sure that's supposed to like clamp in. When you set them down like this, like the diameter's fine. Like that's gonna work, you know. Between, like, I know it's not like perfect. Once you clamp that down, that's gonna be just fine for what I'm doing. And the hole is the right size, so I went ahead, cut these down. I think I'm not gonna have to flip this. Sometimes you have to flip the pin. I don't think I'm gonna have to because you can't see it over this thing. So I think I'm just gonna barely clear that. Next step, pull these springs out now that there's no tension on them whatsoever. Should be pretty easy, I guess. Famous last words though. We're gonna pull these springs out, put them under the axle, jack the axle up, put these brackets on, and then the axle is gonna sit in these brackets. And that will be the hard part of the axle flip, I believe. So this is the stock shackle versus the lift shackle. See how this one's longer and it's got two different positions for a spring bolt, and this one's just how it is. These are actually for a dent side technically, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna work here. So I'm gonna go toss this on this spring here. So I went ahead and used a jack to support the drive shaft and keep the axle sitting level. And I'm going to start jacking it up. I'm going to put the springs back in, but under the axle. Okay, so I got the axle flipped on both sides here on top of the springs. And it appears to be clearing everything, clearing my gas tank and stuff. There's no shocks on it right now, but I got new shocks coming in like literally 2 days, so I'm probably just gonna not drive it until then. But I just need to let it down because I'm gonna need to use this concrete pad here pretty soon. I'm gonna put the tires back on, we're gonna set her down, and then we're gonna see where this thing's sitting at. I might have to adjust the lift shackles, I'm not sure. It's probably about a 4-inch drop, which is kind of what I need. But if it can go, it can go 1 inch higher if I need it to. I cannot have this thing squat. I'd rather have it raked than squat. I cannot. Listen, my wrist only has so much of this in it, you know? Oh. Oh, man. Oh, dude. That's bump stops. Huh, maybe those shocks were doing something. That's pretty close. I'm gonna pull it up a little bit. I'm gonna pull it up. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that squat's from the seats in the back. Let me pull the seats out of the back. We'll see what it's at. I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but it's squatting just a hair. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna back it up. I'm gonna go down to the next notch in that lift shackle, and then we're gonna try it again and see what happens. I think that's closer. Let's see. Okay, so it's still just, I mean, that helped, but it's still just a little squatted. You know, maybe the front is too high. I might chop a coil. I don't think I can go any higher with how the axle flip is, so. And then, you know, you got to remember it's going to settle as well. So yeah, I think I'm going to chop a coil out of it. So on the front end of these Rangers, it's like super easy. You don't even got to disconnect the brake lines or nothing. I took a coil off, as you can see here, and then so get on the jack here and jack her up. Oh, I just hit something with the jack. Anyway, jack it up. It's hot. Hold on, let me you got to hold the spring and jack it at the same time. So you go like that, kind of spin it. Just gotta get just that tension just right. Spin it around. See that? Right in that catch there. And then now it's not gonna come out, because you don't want the spring to come out while you're going down the road, or you're gonna have a bad time. All right, so one coil out of the front seems to have done it. The camber's not terrible in the front, and I mean, I guess I could fix it later with those offset bushings if I really had to, but I mean, I don't know, I can live with it. But yeah, it's sitting nice and level now. Now I can stand to look at it. I got some wheels for it. I got some AMG monoblocks. The issue with the AMG monoblocks is it's got like such a fat, thick lug pad that these wheel adapters I got, the studs aren't long enough. But luckily I have a bunch of old spacers, like out of a Super Duty, with long studs. I'm gonna pound one of these out and then pound one out of an old Super Duty spacer and see if I can get them to work. This is a very technical process. You just go, dang, hold on one second. Okay, so that stud was in there. Let's go find a Super Duty spacer or something. Okay, so unfortunately, I think this is all for naught, because these studs are way fatter than this, and I had a feeling that might be the case. So This is never going to press into this. I'd have to remachine this, and that's just not worth my time. So I'm just going to have to find new wheels. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much all. I hope you enjoyed this episode of McGee's Garage. We made a bunch of progress on the Ranger. We got the stance right. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Remember to subscribe to McGee's Garage. Go ahead and check out the rest of the channel if you like Jeeps, Roxors, Dent Sides, Super Duties, whatever. And yeah, that'll be the end of the video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.